This Cessna plane was passing over the Kalahari Desert. 5 people sitting in it were embarking on a memorable journey of their lives, viewing the sights of wildlife and the desolate desert from the sky. Is truly a privilege granted to only a few. But this beautiful journey was soon to become the darkest event of their lives. In the heart of the Kalahari, where human habitation is impossible, a sudden issue arose in their aircraft, leading the pilot to perform an emergency crash landing. Viewers, the Kalahari Desert, situated in South Africa, covering an area of 900,000 square kilometers, is considered to be the 6th largest desert in the world. It is not as dry as the African Sahara, and that is why there are 320 different types of wildlife here. When talking about predatory animals, among them are lions, cheetahs, and wild dogs, along with African elephants, those who tolerate no one within their territory. To see this wildlife, people from all over the world go for desert safari in South Africa, because this desert is so vast that it is shared among 3 countries in South Africa. Among them, Botswana holds the largest share of the Kalahari Desert. In the capital of Botswana, Gaborone, the executive director of a courier company, Carl du Plessis, chartered a private plane. While showcasing the magnificent views of the Kalahari Desert to his friends, he intended to take them to the village named Morne, located 600 kilometers away. 1:38. The purpose of their trip was to cover a business event along with adventure. On this aerial journey, his friends Mike Nikalik and his wife Lynette Nikalik, along with Neb Grau IAC and the aircraft's pilot, Costa Mar Condunados, were also present. The aircraft was a twin-engine Cessna 414, and these 5 individuals boarded it with excitement. As the plane took off, it was flying over the Kalahari towards Morne. The journey was supposed to take 2 hours, but after just 1 hour, Lynette, who was already quite nervous, spotted an oil leak from one of the plane's wings. At first, she thought it was normal, but later she couldn't shake off her concerns and decided to share the issue with her husband. When informed, pilot Costa took precautionary measures and shut down the engine from which the oil leak was occurring. According to the pilot, there was no danger in this, because the Cessna 414 still had 1 engine remaining, because the scorching heat in the African desert makes the air here very thin and dry. For this reason, the power of both engines was required to maintain the plane's altitude. The plane was now slowly descending. In the emergency, the pilot contacted the Gaborone control tower, but it was their misfortune that the radio had also stopped working in the middle of the Kalahari. Now the only way to save the ship was to land it in a straight place by itself. This plane was at a low altitude, that's why the pilot had to find a landing strip soon. The pilot could see nothing but small rocks and bushes below, meaning there was no plane surface. Now there was only one option left, and that was to save their own lives. The pilot asked everyone to get into brace position and crash-landed the plane in the middle of the bushes. Before the crash land, the passengers sitting inside only remembered that when they got very close to the ground, they saw several herds of animals running away. In a few minutes, when everyone regained consciousness, there was only smoke and fire all around. Lynette's hand was burnt, and Neb Grau IAC seemed to have suffered lung damage as he was struggling to breathe. Then, everyone together managed to get Neb out of the plane and placed him upright with the support of a tree. Apart from these 2, the other 3 had no serious injuries. They had just managed to gather themselves when the fuel leaking from the plane caught fire, and the entire plane exploded with a powerful blast.